Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn with, as always, my suspenders set to maximum stun. Got a great program for you all today. This is episode 416 of Scotch and Smoke Rings. I am here today, as always, with an awesome staff of moderators on Discord who will be going through each and every one of your questions, saving the best ones, and then reading them to me to save me the eye strain of reading everything myself. So, say hi, moderators.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
We love having them here on the program. They make this broadcast so much more smooth and so much easier. But we've learned our lesson from previous broadcasts.
Hey, everybody.
That was a little... Was there delay there, guys? We've learned our lessons from previous broadcasts, and we will not be having a big Q&A during the gameplay portion of the show. Instead, what will happen is while I'm playing the game, I'll focus on the game, and then I may take a break to answer some questions, and then I'll get back to the game. So the show's going to have two parts, the big Q&A at the beginning, get your questions in now, and then the gameplay portion later on. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of cool stuff going on here at Scotch and Smoke Rings. I hope you have been enjoying my content schedule. We've been going through all sorts of wonderful new content, and today I published a video with Fallout 1 footage. It was a video on Bob's Iguana Bits. We had the full horrendous and horrifying story behind iguana meat in the Fallout universe. So I had a lot of fun putting that video together, and the feedback has been really good so far. So I may be doing more Fallout 1 videos in the future. So if you guys want to talk about that, feel free. We will answer your questions. So, yeah. If the mods are listening to me, try to listen to me directly from Discord instead of from the broadcast itself. That way we make sure that we have real-time communication, because I know that there is some sort of delay. I don't believe I'm broadcasting with any intended delay, but I do know that it is going all over the world, so there may be a slight delay depending on where you're watching. But anyway, this is Scotch and Smoke Rings, and just to clarify, I've been reading some comments. Some people were leaving really interesting comments on my previous videos of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Yes, it's called Scotch and Smoke Rings, but that doesn't mean I'm promising to blow smoke rings or drink scotch. I mean, I am going to drink scotch today. I've got some Glencullen 10 years old scotch right here. But I used to smoke a lot of cigars in the program, but I'm not smoking a whole lot these days for a variety of reasons. It doesn't mean that you're never going to see cigars on the program, but Scotch and Smoke Rings is a brand name, right? So it's not a promise that I'm going to be smoking cigars. That's just what the show is called, because it's been called that for 9 years. So I'm not changing the name of the show just because I'm not calling it Scotch today. The show is not called Welcome to Oxhorn's show Scotch just because I'm drinking Scotch. Just so that that's clear for everybody. I know there was some confusion. Anyway, we were drinking some Glencullen 10-year-old Scotch today. And I've got a little bit of water in the glass, so let's get rid of that water. And the reason we pour it over ice, of course, is because it's the act of ice melting that cools the scotch, which is why whiskey stones don't really work. If you chill whiskey stones in a freezer, you can get the stones really cold, but if you put them in your scotch, it just barely cools the scotch. It doesn't make it nice and ice cold. It's because the act of the ice melting is what cools your scotch and makes it cold. Also, the water kind of brings out some of the more floral and fruity notes of the scotch. Cheers. All right, let's open it up to your questions. What would you guys like to know?
Okay, so I'm just shouting out a tip from Not C, and he says, "Cannot wait for you to blaze it up in episode 420."
Yeah,
I think that was.
I'm probably.
When he blazed it there, I'm just.
Yeah, thanks for reading that one. I'm glad you did. I'm probably going to be smoking a cigar on episode 420. We'll see. It won't be cannabis. I realize that's what many people are wanting, but I will not be smoking cannabis, even though it's legal in Washington, where I'm broadcasting from. But I may, in the spirit of the holiday, smoke a cigar on episode 420. We'll see. But that's a while from now. This is episode, 416? So we've got some time. 4 weeks. Pump the brakes.
Okay, Evan Ulvin, do you ever indulge in pipe? in a pipe. He enjoys the scent of nice pipe smoke since he was a kid, playing near his grandfather in the morning.
Pipe tobacco smoke does have a distinct smell, and it's pleasant. Many people will say that they prefer the smell of pipe tobacco smoke over any other kind of smoke. And yeah, I actually started with tobacco pipes. If you're longtime viewers of this program, you'll you'll remember that I primarily and exclusively smoked tobacco pipes for the first 3 or so years. It wasn't until midway through the program that I transitioned into cigars, just because cigars are easier to smoke than pipes. They produce tongue bite less often. It's easier to get tongue bite when smoking a pipe if you don't pack the pipe properly. So there's kind of an art to smoking a pipe, which is just a lot of maintenance for me. When I'm trying to just do a program and I don't want to have to sit there and spend a lot of time packing the pipe properly. So that's why I primarily smoke cigars. By the way, I've got some things to show you. Show and tell here on the Oxhorn channel. I have been going, I spent a long time trying to find some of the original strategy guides for the original Fallouts, and I found this. I'm pretty excited about this. It's not in the best condition. It is taped up on the corner, and there are bent pages here and there. But this is the original Fallout 1 survival guide, which I managed to find on Amazon. And it's completely intact. It has all of the pages, and it's great. I got it because there's a surprising lack of detail online about Fallout 1. And I think there is some stuff, like if you go to the wiki, you'll find information about specific locations, but it's always really shallow. It's 1 or 2 sentences. It's not a lot of in-depth, detailed walkthroughs and all of that, which I sometimes use when producing my videos. So I got this because I'm wanting to do a lot more Fallout 1 content, and I also got this, Fallout Tactics. So I've got a Fallout 2 one coming, and I'm going to be using these to learn more about each of the locations while I'm doing videos on them, just to make sure I cover everything. I don't want to miss something. And these are little gems. I mean, they're all out of print. You can't buy these from a bookshop anymore, so you got to find a copy that somebody bought 20 years ago and lovingly kept, and then decided to sell on Amazon. So I'm really stoked that I got these. I've got a Fallout 2 one coming, and then while I was at it, I decided to get a New Vegas one. These newer ones are easier to find, and they're beautiful. They're also much more in-depth. This one comes with a big map of the Mojave, which is pretty cool. I haven't... Who knows? Maybe I'll put this on my wall when I get a big new studio or something. Oh, it's big! The Mojave Wasteland, a big, beautiful map. Oh, great. Now I gotta figure out how to fold this back. Lots of really cool goodies, which is going to help me make sure that I don't miss anything while producing my videos. And then while I was at it, I figured I would get a collector's edition of the Fallout 3 one, which is, this is the Game of Year edition, and it's beautiful on the inside. Full. Each page is color printed, with full walkthroughs and pictures of maps. I'm really thrilled about the maps. I would have been happy just to buy this for the maps alone. I'm trying to figure out how I want to deal with the maps. I don't know whether I should just take photographs of the maps and then put them in my videos or what. But anyway, lots of great content that came with these guys that I'm hoping to incorporate in future videos. So, stay tuned for that. Any other questions?
Okay, this isn't a question, but it is a tip from Dr. Schockenberg. $15 tip. He says your shows are the best, and this is his first live chat that he's been able to attend.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the donation, and I'm glad that you're here on Scotch and Smoke Rings today. Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, another question from His Act, one of your Patreon subscribers. He's asking if you will ever do companion lore videos for Fallout 3 characters.
Yes, it's on my agenda. The Fallout 3 characters are different. Like with Fallout 4, each character is fleshed out. They've got a story, some more fleshed out than others. With Fallout 3, the details are a little bit more scant. Like Jericho, for example, out of Megaton, and some of the other companions, Fox. Plus, they're not immortal. They can die. So that makes dealing with the companions a lot more dangerous if I take them into battle to learn more about them. So it's going to be trickier to do companion videos for Fallout 3, but it is on my agenda. I fully plan to do more videos on companions for Fallout 3, to go through all of the companions for Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4. I'm still weaving my way through all of it. Never fear, I'll do it all. It just takes time.
Okay, Techno Geek Girl asks, did you know that Loot Crate is starting a Fallout Loot Crate very soon?
A Fallout Loot Crate? I haven't heard of that. Is that? I know they did a Pip-Boy Loot Crate where you could get a Pip-Boy and there was an app for a smartphone. And
No. Loot Crate is a service which you subscribe to, and they'll send you a monthly gaming loot crate with miscellaneous stuff inside. And they're starting a new Fallout Loot Crate, and they'll have Fallout themed stuff inside.
Oh, I've never heard of it. I'm assuming. I guess I'll have to look into it some more. I'm assuming it's going to be exclusive stuff you could not find anywhere else.
Yeah, they just send you a little package once a month, and I know they're actually into sponsoring YouTubers. So if you're interested in that.
Interesting. I tend to steer clear of YouTube sponsorships. The Loot Crate thing may be interesting if they haven't reached out to me, right? I mean, I've been on YouTube for a while now doing Fallout videos, and they haven't reached out to me. So I don't know if we'll see. But there have been a lot of people who have reached out to me about sponsorships, and it's always I love capitalism. I'm all on board for capitalism, but if you want to sponsor my show, and you want me to talk about your product on my show, it's got to be related to what I'm doing. Like, a lot of these guys want me to promote their mobile game, and it's the crappiest game. It's going to be this mind-numbingly tedious point-and-click, tapper game where you just sit there and tap the screen to get new loot and coins. And why would I ever promote that? And it's like every day I'll get 10 or so messages from these people wanting me to promote stuff that doesn't even relate. I mean, I think I got one. They wanted me to promote like lacy underwear. This guy, he emails me. He's like, hey, we just did a new line of romantic and lacy underwear, and we saw your channel. We love what you do. Note that they never mention what my channel is about. They never mention the kind of videos I do. They're just like, oh, everyone at the office, they're a big fan of your channel, and we love watching your videos on YouTube. But they never say, you're about Fallout. And then he's like, and we thought that our product would be a perfect fit. We've come up with this new line of lacy underwear that is, it's form-fitting. And I'm like, I'm not going to be promoting your lacy underwear on my channel, which has absolutely nothing to do with lacy underwear. So, yeah, having to sift through all of that. That's the stuff you don't hear about when you've got a YouTube channel, which is why I need to hire somebody to just read all my mail for me so I don't have to deal with all of that. Anyway, how did I get on that? Oh, Loot Crate. Yeah, I'll look into it.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision to, only sponsor stuff that you think is worthwhile and related. And two questions which go hand in hand, and I'm also wondering, how long did it take you to grow your beard from Ghost Sniper? And Justin Tyler asks, what products do you use to tame your beard?
So, for those of you who are new, you don't know that I actually own a beard website. That's right. What I did before Fallout videos is, I worked in marketing for many years. After my first YouTube channel, I went into marketing, and while I was working on my marketing career, I developed a lot of search engine optimization skills, and I produced a lot of websites to experiment with those skills. One of the websites I created was growabeardnow.com, which is a beard all about reviewing beard products and stuff. So if you really want to know my thoughts on how to tame and manage a beard, I've written beard product reviews. I've done beard product review videos, even on this YouTube channel, and all sorts of guides. So there's beard balm, there's beard oil, there's beard wax, all sorts of good stuff. I used to use it back when I was testing out all of those products. I don't really use any beard care products anymore. So, this isn't intentional. I didn't spend a lot of time doing this before the show. I kind of just woke up, and then this is what you get. As for the beard growth, I actually trimmed it recently. I don't know if you can tell. Before I went on my trip a couple weeks ago, I went and got a haircut, and I just had the supercuts ladies. I said, just make it shorter. So she trimmed it up a little bit, which I know I'm not supposed to do. I should go to a legit barber and have one of those, hipster beard people lovingly craft and manicure every corner of my beard. I will get to that point someday. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know what to tell you. But as for how long it took me to grow the beard, beards, I did a lot of research on hair growth when I was doing my beard website, and the terminal growth for a man or a woman's hair can be anywhere between 3 months or 6 years, because people's hair grows at different speeds and at different rates depending upon, well, it doesn't grow at different speeds. It all grows at the same speed, but the terminal length is going to be different depending upon your genetics. You might have genetics that make you very hirsute, which means that your terminal length will appear after 6 years, which means to get the maximum length for either your beard or your hair, you got to wait 6 years. Or your genetics may have it so that you reach your total terminal length after 3 months, and even if you let it grow out even further than that, it just won't grow any further than that. I've found that I reach my terminal length with my beard kind of quick after about 6 months. I can't grow a really long Gandalf beard. I just don't have the genetics for that. My beard ends at like right around here, and it takes about 6 months to get there for me. So this is a trimmed version of what I could normally do.
Okay, so another question from Techno Geek Girl. She's asking, what's your favorite melee weapon in Fallout 4?
Well, I think the idea of running around with Grognak's axe is hilarious, which is why I used it in some of my videos and at early levels for my Railroad stealth character. Appearing from the shadows with a giant axe is just funny to me. But in terms of practicality, I really love Pikmin's Blade. That bleed effect is brutal. It just finishes off enemies that try to run away. It's great. But also, Sito's Shiny Slugger from Nuka World is wonderful. But I think the one that I'm really looking forward to getting is, I forget the name of it, but there's this unique small dagger that you get from the disciples in Nuka World if you side with them. And I forget the name of it, but it's got a bleed effect, I believe, like Pikmin's Blade, and it's really fast. And that's what I'm looking forward to getting. And I forget what it's called, so I'm sorry I can't be more clear. But that's what I'm hoping to do.
Okay, I don't like saying this, but because it's a $5 tip, I have to. ERR Gaming says your voice is very sexy. You need to be a radio guy, and he loves your vids.
Well, if it feels awkward for you to say that my voice is sexy, just think how it feels for me to hear it. No, I appreciate the tip. Thank you very much for the tip. And I understand where you're coming from. I realize that my voice does have a sort of quality that people find irresistible. I can't explain it. It's not like I tried. I didn't go to voice school for this. I just talk. But half the time people say that my voice is really annoying. Like when I try to do voices, people say that it's annoying. I was really frustrated because back when I was doing my World of Warcraft videos, I had this character called Associate Professor Evil. Greg will remember my Associate Professor Evil character. And he had this, mad scientist voice. And I had so much fun doing that video, doing those series of videos and developing that voice. So I pulled him out of retirement for one of my Fallout videos. I believe it was called Lucy of the Grantchester Mystery Mansion. And I did since it was this Halloween themed, haunted house, I did the entire video in that spooky sort of evil scientist voice. And every single commenter was sitting like, the voice was horrible. I just couldn't stand the voice. You ruined the video. Never use that voice again. And I'm sitting there like, man, it was only 6 years ago that I used that voice all the time in my videos and everyone seemed to like it. And now I use it and no one likes it. So my voice is hit and miss. Sometimes people like listening to it. Sometimes people don't. Oh, well.
Okay, well, I watched that video. I loved the voice. I thought it was awesome. That's my personal opinion on it.
You liked it? Okay, well, I'm glad you did. Thank you.
Anyways, tip from Lionel Ray's $2. He says, I liked the Iguana Bits video.
Good. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I had so much fun putting that together. It was tricky getting Fallout 4 to work on Windows 10. I had to install a high-definition pack that redid all of the art assets because it was originally intended to run at like 620, 800 or something like that. Really small resolution. And so the art assets were created for those extremely small screens, which means even if you stretch it out to be 1920, 1080, it would just look horrible. It would be just disgustingly ugly. So people have been modding the Fallout franchise since the very beginning. There's a great mod for Fallout 1 that redoes all of the art assets to make it high definition. It doesn't change the look and feel of the game, it just makes it compatible with larger screens. I forget the name of it, but one day I will put together all of the mods I'm using for Fallout 1 in a document and share it with you in case you guys would like to play along. I should probably sit down and do that soon. Anyway, I installed that mod and it made the game look really great. But the problem with running it at such a high resolution, 1920 by 1080, is all of the interface is still really small. You can make the images a lot better, but it was still coded in such a way so that the frames fit together for smaller screens. So I'm considering you saw in the video I had to do a lot of zooming in so that you could see the text because the text is just extremely tiny. So I'm considering running it at a lower resolution, even though I'm running it on a higher machine, just so that everything isn't so pushed out and it gets more... I got to fiddle with it a little bit, but I'm really glad everybody liked it. That it lets me know that Fallout 1 is a great game to do content on, and so I will be doing more content for Fallout 1, Fallout 2, and Fallout Tactics when I finally get to it. I got a lot to get through. People keep on saying, Oxhorn, what are you going to do when you run out of Fallout stuff to talk about? I will never run out of Fallout things to talk about. This game goes back in time 20 years to 1997. So I've got 20 years worth of lore and people talking about Fallout and creating fan art for Fallout and creating mods for Fallout that I'm not going to run out of stuff to do. Will my interests change in the future? Maybe. I can't predict the future. But for right now, I'm completely content with producing content for all Fallout games. So we'll see.
Okay, so a tip from Nazi. It's not Nazi. €5. Have you ever considered writing another book, perhaps some spin-off Fallout fiction? What are your thoughts on the risks associated with tobacco smoking?
So 2 questions. Okay. So he's referring to my novel. I wrote a novel called The Tale of Cloran Hastings. It's on Amazon. You can buy it. I've even got a hardcover copy if you go to cloranhastings.com. I had a lot of fun writing that novel. I wrote it in my youth. I was really young when I wrote it. I believe it's a good book. I read it recently, a couple of years ago, and I enjoyed it as a 36-year-old man, so I think it stands the test of time. But I wrote it when I was young. I wrote it when I was in my early 20s, and so bear that in mind if you decide to buy it. But I had a lot of fun writing the novel. I love writing, and I've got a lot of other stories. I have published another novel. It was a collection of short stories and poems, again written in my youth, which you can find on arrow1book.com. But I've got a third that I've been working on, and it may sound silly, but I did try to create my own fantasy universe back in the day. As I spilled a lot of ink building this intricate world with, past histories and races and creatures and mythologies and gods, and I had a lot of fun putting it together. I haven't published it yet. I don't know if I will. It's not as good as Tolkien, right? Why would I publish mine if you've got Tolkien? Tolkien's has been sitting there, and it's wonderful, it's perfect. You don't need another one, and here I went and created another one. So I don't know if I'll publish it. But as for other content, I don't think I'll be getting into Fallout fan fiction, just because the thing I like about... I don't read a lot of fan fiction, and I'm honestly not interested in downloading and installing storyline and quest-driven mods, just because, and I don't know if this is just me, but one of the things that fascinates me about the Fallout universe is I'm only interested in the stuff that's canon. I'm only interested in the stories that are part of that world. And I can't explain why. I know that the Fallout universe is not real, obviously. It's not like I'm trying to record history, but I did get my degree in history, and maybe that has something to do with it. I just prefer lore that is canon so that I can categorize it and archive it and understand it, and I can retell the history of this Fallout universe canonically. Everything is canon and this really happened. To spend my time playing mods or reading stories that aren't canon That just isn't enjoyable to me. I respect those who do like that, so I mean, nothing wrong with that. Just I wouldn't want to spend my time doing that if it wasn't canon. So I probably wouldn't be spending my time creating content like that. One thing I have fantasized about, however, was with the revelation of the Creation Club, when Bethesda talked about their Creation Club. I would love. And I know this will never happen. It'll never happen. I don't want to see I don't want to see petitions or people sending messages to Bethesda. I know it'll never happen. But one thing I would love to happen is if I could talk with Bethesda and they would allow me to make a quest-driven, storyline-driven, DLC-sized mod that we sold together on the creation kit that was canon. I would only do it if Bethesda said, yes, Oxhorn, if you make this, we'll make it canon. I would sit down and I would get a team together and we would create this epic, horrible story set in the Fallout universe, and if it was canon, I would do it. That's a fantasy. I know it'll never happen. I don't expect it to ever happen, but that's the kind of storytelling I would love to do someday if I could. Until then, I'm perfectly satisfied creating content about stories that the Fallout people have made.
Okay, I gotta say, I would be interested in seeing your book come out. I love reading all those books, and I just gotta say, I'd be interested in seeing that. That's my personal opinion.
Well, thank you. Maybe I'll spend some time putting it together sometime.
I'm into that fantasy stuff, so I would like to see. Anyways, a tip from Christian Haruth, $10. He's asking, what did he just stumble into?
You, good sir, stumbled into a new world order. You know, the Freemasons and the Illuminati and all of those secret organizations, they all had to start somewhere. Maybe it was in someone's basement. Maybe it was in a side room inside a pub or a smoking lounge. But they all started somewhere with a bunch of like-minded individuals coming together and sharing their political thoughts. That is what you have bumped into today. We are a small group of people creating a new society. I'm lying. We're drinking scotch and talking about video games. That's it. Welcome.
Okay, I would be very interested in starting the Oxhorn Secret Society.
You're just interested in everything.
No, I mean, I've always wanted to be a member of the Freemasons and stuff. My grandfather was a Freemason and all that, so
Really?
I've got the heritage. And, a new secret. They all had to start somewhere, right?
They did. I don't know anything about the Freemasons, though. I suppose I would join, like if someone said, hey, you can be a Freemason. I'd be like, cool. I mean, as long as I don't have to sacrifice people, that's really my only qualm. I'll do anything. Just don't ask me to kill somebody. I won't do that.
No, to join the Freemasons, you have to be tapped by a current member. And no, there's no sacrifice or anything.
No sacrifice? Oh, man. The conspiracy theorists will be disappointed to hear about that.
Okay, anyways, $5 tip from Jalozin says, she loves your hat. She's asking where you got it from, but because I tuned in last week, I know you got it from MikeTheHatter.com, correct?
That's right. I got this hat from MikeTheHatter.com. I don't even know if that website exists anymore because this was back before Amazon. Well, not before Amazon. Amazon existed, but they weren't nearly as big as they are now. I believe at the time when I bought this hat, Amazon was not in the business of doing clothing. They just did books. So, but now if I were to buy it today, I would just get it on Amazon. You'll find it cheaper and it's the exact same thing.
Okay, they also said that they love your voice. They love your voice.
Thank you.
Okay, another $2 tip. These tips just keep coming in. I can't get to them fast enough. I don't know why they said this, but it was $2, so I have to say it. Fear me, I'm Legate Lanius.
Well, that's okay. You know, the Legion and fans of the Legion tend to say things like that. I should spend my time with a video talking about the psychosis involved in people who like the Legion. I'm sure my viewers would respond to that. I could have a really great clickbait title for something like that. Why people who side with the Legion are idiots. I would never do such a thing like that. I'm kidding. I would never do that. Because I totally don't believe it.
Please don't, because I sided with the Legion in my first playthrough, so I'm just asking you personally.
I would never do something like that.
Okay. Celebrated Lady asks, if you could live anywhere in the Fallout universe, where would it be?
I think I just broke some hearts. Anywhere in the Fallout universe. In the Fallout universe. Well, one thing I've discovered is that the Fallout universe has healed itself over time. Earlier in the games, things are much harsher. They're much more dangerous. Going outside was a big deal in the earlier games. In the earlier games, people had not scavenged a lot of the pre-war technology. They had not scavenged a lot of the pre-war wealth, so things were much more tribal. You've got these tribal towns and tribal cities where they're trying to rebuild based on the animals they can kill and skin. Now later, 167 years later, in the events of Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas, society has had a chance to evolve a little bit, and people have found and be able to repurpose some of that pre-war technology a little bit better. I mean, yes, in Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, we did have power armor, and there was a lot of pre-war technology, I realize that, but I believe people have had a better chance. They've been able to better use and incorporate pre-war technology in 200 years after the bombs dropped, rather than 106, well, actually, rather than a couple of decades after the bombs dropped, right? So I would choose probably the era of Fallout 4, simply because society has advanced a little bit beyond that. But actually, I kind of take that back, because it was in Fallout 2. I mean, you've got an actual government on the West Coast. In the eras of Fallout 2 towards the end, the New California Republic, it's an actual government on the West Coast that's working. On the East Coast, the Commonwealth Provisional Government has been destroyed by the Institute, which means that there's no government body. There's no one policing, life, which is why raiders have been so prominent on the East Coast. So I don't know. Would it be safer on the West Coast or on the East Coast? I like the idea of rebuilding the Commonwealth. That's my favorite part about Fallout 4, being able to rebuild the Commonwealth and create new societies, create new farms. So I still think I would set myself in the world of Fallout 4 and, of course, be part of the Minutemen.
Okay, again, with another tip. There's so many tips this week. $10 from Judge Grimm saying, hey, Oxhorn, just gotta say, I loved your Why the Minutemen Are the Best Hope for Humanity video. It made me fall in love with the Minutemen all over again, and I love your videos as well.
Well, thank you very much. I had a lot of fun putting together my Minuteman video, and that came out of frustration, because before I started doing Fallout videos for my channel, I would sometimes watch other videos online and read what people were writing on Reddit and other forums, and everyone seemed to just go on and on and on about why the Institute was the best hope for humanity. And clearly they have amazing technology, and clearly they think of themselves as the best hope for humanity. But I never felt that they were ever the best hope for humanity, simply because they were so isolationist, simply because they were so selfish with the technology that they had, simply because their idea of rebuilding society is to destroy the society that currently exists. They see a rebuilt society, a rebuilt world, as being them and only them inheriting the Earth, which is pretty messed up. It's extremely messed up, which is why when I hear things coming out of X688's mouth like, the world would be a better place if all of the surface dwellers would die out, he's basically talking about he wants everyone in the world to die except the members of the Institute. And he was trained by the Institute. He was programmed by the Institute. He's not a human being, right? He's not a person, so who is responsible for his thoughts? Not him, the Institute, according to Institute player logic. So, I mean, I'm noticing all of these things, and everyone's talking about how annoying the Minutemen are. And I'm like, yes, they are annoying. Yes, going on Radiant quests is annoying. But defending society is an incessant job that never ends and can be annoying. It doesn't mean one shouldn't do it, which is why I had a lot of fun putting together all of my thoughts about that in my Why the Minutemen Are the Best Hope for the Commonwealth video. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun putting it together.
Okay, another tip, $5 from Brother Chromius, or Cormius, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. They've asked, have you considered reaching out to the maker of the Oxhorn Settler mod for some voicing lines?
Truth is, he reached out to me and asked me to do some voices, and I did them. So I'm not sure why they're not in the mod yet. I did all of the voices he sent to me, and he said he was going to find a way to incorporate them into the Oxhorn Settler, and I think he sent me a message saying that he did. So I'm not sure if it's there or not. Maybe you just need to update your mod. Maybe the voices are all there. But then he tossed around the idea of making an Oxhorn companion, but then I haven't heard from him in a while, so I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, I sat down and recorded a bunch of Settler dialogue for the Settler app. I'm not sure where that is yet.
Okay, another $5 tip. Green Beret Wolf saying, Oxhorn, I have a question. Have you ever dealt with with guns in real life? If not, would you maybe go shooting for 400,000 subscribers? They say they would like to see that.
I do have some experience with guns. I'm not a gun person. I've got nothing against guns, but I don't own a lot of guns. I don't do shooting now. But in my youth, I did a lot of shooting because I came from a family that was really into guns. And I was a Boy Scout. People may not know that, but I'm actually an Eagle Scout. And I spent a lot of time in the Boy Scouts shooting because part of what you learn in the Boy Scouts is how to shoot. And I got my riflemanship merit badge. By the time I was done, I was able to get 10 shots from 100 yards under the diameter of a dime. You would take the target. In order to get the badge, you had to do that. You would take the target when you were done, and if you could pull up a dime over all of the holes, you got the badge. That was one of the tasks you had to do to get the badge. So I spent a lot of time with my marksmanship when I was a younger man, trying to get my shots into tighter and tighter groups. So I did. I shot a lot of rifles. I shot a lot of pistols. But then after that, I didn't shoot anymore. So I haven't shot in decades. It's been like 20, not 20. How long has it been? Probably almost 20 years since I've shot a gun. But no, I enjoy weapons. I enjoy guns. It's not part of what I do now, but I'm certainly not opposed to it. I don't know if I would turn it into a big spectacle on my channel. Like on 400,000 subscribers. Hey, let's go to the shooting range. That seems odd to me. But no, I like guns.
Okay. Another $5 tip. I know the other guys don't want me to say this, and you don't like answering these questions, but it's a tip. So, would you like a Fallout New Orleans?
Oh. Yeah. The reason he said that, ladies and gentlemen, is because I get asked questions like that all the time. Where should the next Fallout be? So on and so forth. So just so everyone knows, we get that a lot. You're welcome to ask, though, if you want. Would I like a Fallout New Orleans? Of course I would like a Fallout New Orleans. I'd love a Fallout anything. I mean, if Bethesda made a big announcement tomorrow saying that Fallout 5 was going to be set in, Flint, Michigan, I'd be like, awesome! Fallout 5! Although, isn't it? It's already a waste. Never mind, I won't get into that. I won't get into that. But New Orleans is fun. I would love it in Seattle, honestly. I mean, they've done 2 games. Bethesda likes to do the East Coast. Okay. But I'd love to see another game on the West Coast. And if they did decide to do one on the West Coast of the United States, I'd love them to go north a little bit. We've done California. I get it. We've done California. Let's move up north. Do one in Oregon. Do one in Washington. Do one in Seattle. Wouldn't it be cool to see a Fallout 5 set in Seattle, where you've got the ruins of downtown Seattle with the Space Needle in just the bones of the Space Needle towering above this radioactive fog? Ooh. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Now, I am biased. I live here. That's why I want to see it here, but anyway, yes, I would love to see a Fallout 5. All right, we've got time for, a couple. Keep asking those questions. I'll let you know when it's time to switch on over to the game.
Okay. You're getting a ton of tips. Like, seriously, I switched over to YouTube to see if these were all tips, and they are.
Okay.
Another tip from Lionel Reyes for $5. Preston. I don't get what they're saying, but they said Preston be like the perfect place for another settlement that needs help.
Cool.
I don't know what they meant there.
Good comment. I like that one. I agree. Move on.
Okay. DJ Dermo, €5, saying, "Hey Oxhorn, first time I'm watching live. It's hard putting the face to the voice."
I get that a lot. When I've been doing this show for 9 years, right? So people have had a long time to get accustomed to my voice and my face. But I realize that a lot of my new subscribers on my new channel have just watched my Fallout videos. They're not familiar with my old Warcraft videos. They're not familiar with this program. So when they see my face, it's a bit of a shock. Like they hear my voice and they think Tom Hanks. And they expect me to look like Tom Hanks. And I do not look like Tom Hanks. So, yeah, and I understand it. My face does not match the voice. Oh, well.
Okay, $10 from Judge Grimm says, thanks to your video, I'm actually going to Wasteland Weekend as a veteran Minuteman. It's an immersive post-apocalyptic festival down in California. This year they're going to have a Fallout area.
Oh, wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm envious of you. Man, I'd love to go to something like that. I don't have the time these days. I'm going to have to do a video every day, so I don't have the time. I used to go to conventions all the time. Back in my Warcraft days, I would go to BlizzCon every year. I went to Emerald City Comic Con. I even did a presentation at ECC once. I went to E3 once in 2000. I used to do that all the time. It was so much fun, but I don't have time for conventions these days. Anyway, I hope you have a blast. It sounds great.
A tip from Josh Jetson, $10. They're asking what your #1 Fallout DLC is, and you also got this question asked last week. Didn't you say it was Far Harbor?
I did. Far Harbor is my favorite Fallout 4 DLC, simply because I love the story. You know me, I'm all about lore. Yes, I liked Contraptions Workshop and Wasteland Workshop. Those are great DLCs because I am a fan of the settlement building, and I did enjoy Nuka World and Automatron. But for me, the best story, the most thematic story, the story from all of the DLCs for Fallout 4 that really tugged at my heartstrings and made me make compromising moral decisions was Far Harbor. It was really well done.
Okay, another $10 from Jennifer Montgomery. The Hat site still exists. Mike the Hatter is still around. She asked if you realized that the railroad made up the L&L gang. Also, are you aware that you forgot to mention the iguana soup in today's video?
I forgot about the iguana soup. Thanks for reminding me. The iguana soup. Yeah, I totally spaced. But I mean, it's the same thing. If it's iguana soup, it's probably made from people. As for the L&L gang, that's a theory. Yeah, I mean, I did a video recently, a couple days ago, on the L&L gang, and sure, the railroad could have completely made it up just as an excuse to go kill raiders. It's totally possible. But I did bring forth all of the evidence in the video that I thought pointed to some sort of dark past of glory that might have a connection to those raiders. And there is one thing that I didn't mention in the video, and that's because I'm saving it for a profile piece on Deacon. But at the very end of Deacon's Affinity dialogue, he does say that he has a past working with a raider gang that targeted synths. He doesn't...
Just saying...
What?
Yeah. He does have the past. It's with the Death Claws. That was the group name.
The UPC Death Claws, but that's different though. He talks about that earlier in the dialogue tree, and he doesn't say at that time. Plus, that could be a lie. At that point in the Affinity dialogue, he's still spouting out lies. It's only towards the end when he respects you enough that he kind of says, "No, I'm being serious now. I'm not lying. This is why I joined the railroad. I used to kill synths, and I regret it because he used to run with a gang." I don't think those are the same two gangs. Plus, I don't think the Deathclaw gang, he said that it worked out of University Point. And if you go to University Point, you find no evidence that there was ever any gang at University Point. You only find all of those settlers that got killed by Kellogg. So I think he's lying about the UPC Deathclaws. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry about that then.
No, don't apologize. I'm glad we're giving more. You're saying things that they were thinking anyway. So this is all great stuff.
Okay. Husky567 says, "Hey Oxhorn, in your opinion, who's the best hope for the strip? Mr. House, the NCR, or an independent New Vegas?"
Yeah, I haven't made my decision on that yet because I want all of the facts before I make my decision. I'll tell you what I've done so far. This is my second playthrough of New Vegas. And in my first playthrough, before I ever did any videos, I sided with Yes Man. I did an independent New Vegas because I felt that Mr. House was being too domineering. He completely filled in the vault with cement, and turned it into a hotel. He ruined those people's homes just because he had the power. And, he did a lot of things to hoard up a lot of power for himself. Now that said, and so I sided with the Yes Man for my first playthrough because I wanted an independent New Vegas. But now that I'm going through my second playthrough and I'm thinking about it a lot, I'm realizing that, yes, he did hoard a lot of power for himself, but he's kept New Vegas the only place in the Mojave Wasteland free of crime. Sure, there are the crime families going on and the unsavory things that are going on at the Ultra Lux. Sure, things like that do happen, but you don't go to New Vegas and get killed by raiders. There is security there, and the strip is more or less untouched. All of the casinos still work. We can't deny that Mr. House has kept the peace. Now, one of my big complaints about the Legion is they're trying to do the same thing. They have the exact same argument. You go to Legion territory and there are no raiders. And that's because the Legion just kills everybody who goes there, whether you're a raider or a trader or a settler or whatever, unless you've got some sort of prearranged agreement with them. So they're the same way. They keep the peace too. They keep the peace by killing everyone who isn't a legionary. And I of course, disapprove of their behavior. I don't think that's an appropriate way to keep the peace. Mr. House does the exact same thing, but not from not by killing people, but by making hostile takeovers, by doing crony capitalism sort of things. So I don't know. I have conflicting ideas on Mr. House. The NCR, I love the NCR because they're the only people who are looking after the helpless in society. However, they are so corrupt that they're kind of incapable of managing this giant political thing that they've created. I mean, they can't even have... You go to Helios 1 and they found some guy on the street to turn into the scientist trying to get it to work because they're completely incompetent when it comes to organization. Even all of the soldiers are talking about how incompetent the top brass and the leadership is. So yeah, the NCR is doing the best for the Mojave Wasteland. They're helping the most people, but in terms of holding territory and making the best good out of that territory, I'm not convinced they would be the best ones. So I need more evidence. I need to do more exploring before I can come to a decision on that. All right,
okay,
let's do two more, and then I got to get to the game.
Okay. I got the perfect two more. One from Salty237. He asks, Oxhorn, now since you made a video on the horror of iguana bits, what's the terrible truth behind crispy squirrel bits?
Yeah, we got a lot of those comments in the video today, and that's a great question. We don't see squirrels. We see lots of crispy squirrel bits, but we don't see any squirrels. What is squirrel meat? Where does squirrel meat come from? Well, we do not know, ladies and gentlemen. Your guess is as good as mine. Is squirrel meat human meat, like iguana meat? Or maybe it's not squirrel meat. Maybe it's rad rat meat. But actually, we find rad rat meat in the world already, and people still turn it into food. So I don't know. That we don't have an answer to the crispy squirrel meat. I'll have to look into it.
Okay, and your final question before you start playing Metro. Dalton Bebin asks, what mighty powers does your beard possess?
Well, I've got a set bonus going on, as I tend to say on the program. Like in World of Warcraft, if you have the right items on, you wear everything correctly, you get a set bonus. Well, here's my set bonus. I've got the hat, I've got the beard, I've got the suspenders, and I've got the Scotch. These items combined give Oxhorn the ability to whisper sweet nothings into this microphone. That's my superpower. If I could choose a superpower, it would be very different. Like, flight is great. I would love to be able to fly. Or to go invisible. Although, you can't... Like, what would you use an invisibility power for? The only things you could do with the ability to go invisible are really nasty things. Like, peeping Tom kind of things. And I wouldn't want to do any of those. So how would I use an ability to go invisible? I suppose I could become a secret agent. No, I don't think I would pass the physical, though.
if you were invisible, you could just walk around the city, and if you see like a crime going on, you could stop it. And Greg suggests you could sneak into all the conventions that you want to go to.
That's true. That's true. Okay, all right. I suppose there is a place for invisibility in my world. All right, great. So we will continue to have questions, but I need to get the game going. And to do so, I'm going to turn off my music. And last week when I switched over to Metro, my computer crashed. So bear with me. If my computer crashes again, don't worry, I will be back. But let's hope for the best here. Let's fire it up and hope that we don't crash. So far, so good. All right. Now, if I can Alt-Tab on over to my broadcasting software, now that the game is running, and I can get that and go there, and... Oh, the beauty of it! I didn't crash! Okay, let's continue. So, where we last left our hero...
What about the money?
We had just gone through this supernatural... We had just had some sort of crazy supernatural experience inside an underground tunnel. We were being led by a man named Khan. He appeared out of nowhere. He dropped down from a ceiling. We don't know who he is or where he came from, but he knows a lot about these supernatural creatures, and his predictions so far have been very accurate. So, let us continue where we left off and hope for the best.
Khan led me into Cursed Station. The name was no accident.
Well, I think
Its
we're all
people were
interested in
locked
seeing
in
what's
an
gonna happen
endless
next.
war for survival.
Me too.
The station is under attack again. Let's go, lad. The defenders could use some help.
All right, let's do it.
Khan, over here!
Oh, no. Oh,
Strange.
for whom the bell
Another
tolls.
Yes, they broke through the outer defenses. All the survivors are here. I doubt we will live to see another day.
Where do the monsters come from?
As always, from the left tunnel and from the crossing. We sent a demolition squad there, but they never came back. And there is no one else we could send.
You are eager to avert your station's doom, Artyom, are you not? And here the doom has already arrived. We must help. Find the remains of the demo squad. They had a bomb. Move it into the left tunnel as far as you can, then run for it. The explosion will be massive. As for the crossing, it's already been buried once, but looks like the Nosalises have dug through the cave-in. There was an airlock close by. It must have been left open. Try locking or collapsing it. I'll stay here with the survivors. Try luring the monsters towards us if there are too many.
Great. No. How do I... Okay. So now I've got to find a bomb. All right. Let's go on. Oh, 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 did you see some? Oh! Ah! All right. Just got to get the adrenaline flowing, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't played this in a week. I'm reorienting myself. This bell in the background is great. It kind of reminds me of the bell in Dead Money. Okay, wait a minute. Are these just going to keep on coming? It reminds me of the bell in Dead Money, which is the police station. Okay. Alright, we gotta find a bomb. But as always, I'm going to explore every nook and cranny to try and figure out what's going on. Ooh. And I'll let them deal with all those. Let's jump on down here. Let's hope there's no third rail because I'd hate... to get electrocuted. Seems like these guys have a hard time getting down here on the rails, so maybe I'll be safe if I stay. Nope. Ah! This light is probably not helping any. This poor guy. Dead as a doornail. Alright, I'm not sure I remember exactly what I have to do, but I think I'll figure it out. There's the bomb. Anyone else? Oh. Did you hear that? I can't go back there. But at least I'm safe. They saved me here. What's that? Is that a scope? Yeah, that's better. That's better than what I got. Haha! Oh no, it's 4 chambers! 4 chambers for my shotty. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, I've got the bomb, and I gotta go over here, I believe. Oh, I know. Oh, that's a ghost, people! Look at that! Oh, it's not 4 shots, it's 2 shots per shot. It's 2 shells per shot. Ah. Well, it just means I gotta make sure I get it right each time. Alright, these are the ghosts of the people who died. What happens if I touch them? It hurts me if I touch them. Okay, alright. Oh man, it messed up my vision. Well, note to self, don't touch the ghost people. Gosh, that's creepy. I love it. What's that? Oh, doggone blasted things. I don't need to heal myself, I guess? I mean, there's blood dripping down my face. I tried to heal myself and it said no. Okay. Oh. Do I have a broken limb? What's going on? Am I crouching? I was crouching. Okay. Okay, here we go. Alright, I gotta find some place to do this bomb. Oh! This is it! Oh, I'm gonna light it on fire. Great. So let's run. Yeah, let's run. Running! Run away! Keep running! Oh, I totally thought that fire would take care of him. It did not take care of them. That wasn't. I thought that would take care of them. Oh. Okay. Now, I also want to explore everything. I haven't explored this side passage or the middle one yet, so I'll get to him. I just want to make sure I'm very thorough. What is this? This is some intense thing going on here. And then this is where I came, right? I believe this is where I came. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay, so now there is only to explore that. Ah. All right, we will go up that tunnel in a minute. I want to go over here just to make sure I got everything. And look at that, there's a corpse. What's that? Oh. So we have some makeshift shelters, and there's nothing to loot here. There are 2 places to go up, which I will take care of. Oh no, a little dolly! Oh, dolls are creepy, man. Ah, more ammunition! And then that's where the ghosts are. Huh! There is a hole in that wall. There is a hole in that wall. There's a hole in that wall. Which means there's a secret! Nope! Nope! Do not go into the secret. God. Oh, does it put me back here? Oh, well, now I know where I'm going. Or did I already do this? Oh, I already did this! Okay. Although I am curious what's down here now that I've already done this. I wanted to see what would be in the hole in the wall. Yay, I still have my gun with the double chambers on it. I am having way too much fun with this game. Okay. Time to go upstairs to that middle area. Stim pack. Gosh, I love this shotgun. It is so useful. Until you have to reload. Ooh, that looks nasty. What are you doing coming up behind me? You should know better than that. Doggone blasted centaur thing. Alright. What's this? Oh, hi, Mark. And that's the other path. Gotcha. Step with the eye. Do not let the top too much. Ah, this stuff. Oh. Buddy, we're okay? Gosh, do they not stop coming? Man. It's over here. Oh, this is the other way. Okay. Oh, no! Shotgun ammunition. I am out of shotgun ammunition. How much do I have left? Oh, I lost all my ammunition. And of course, I wasted it. How did I go through all my ammunition? Well, what now? It's blocked off. How are they climbing up there? What now? What am I missing? What am I missing? I blew up that tunnel. Is there like a quest log?
I'm out!
Well, there's got to be something up here. Something I missed. Alright, well, I'm loading my last checkpoint, and I have a little bit of ammunition, but not nearly what I need. Okay, where am I? Oh, I'm here. Alright, so, let's go up here and see if we can figure this out. What's this? The thing about firing 2 of these shells at once means you go through a whole lot more ammunition. Is it this cord? Am I... Alright, mods, if you find any messages from people who are telling me what to do next, feel free to let me know. Ah! Ah! Right in front of my face! It was right in front of my face! I can't believe it! Ah! Ah! Right in front of my face! Oh. Such an idiot.
Oh, Noah Jacob the Villages says pillars and bombs. So apparently, on the pillars where you go to get the diary, there's a place to put the grenades.
A big war at a small station was won.
The thing I just did.
Be going further with you. I'm still needed here. The tunnels have collapsed. If you still want to get to Polis, you'll have to take a detour. You can get to the armory from here, and afterwards you will have to go through the stations belonging to the Reds and the Nazis.
I'm sorry about the delay there. It's the lag between me and the Twitch. Sorry.
That's okay. I love it. It adds character to the broadcast.
They are building a new society, complete with all the lovely state bonuses, like people informing on their neighbors. At the smithy, look for an acquaintance of mine, Andrew the blacksmith. Mention my name. He'll give you a hand.
So he can approach the ghost people, and they move away. Alright, so I need to mention his name, and he'll give me a hand. What is this?
A shrine to hope. Even in these times, we can't relinquish the things that make us human. That's it. Get in.
Okay. Let me explore this corridor. Oh, and I'm back. Okay. All of these candles lit for loved ones. I can set them out and light them on fire again. Oh, it's so sad. Alright, I guess I better get in. Even though I have no idea who Khan is.
Remember, everything depends on you and you alone. Until we meet again. Goodbye, Artyom.
Armory Station was where most of the weapons in the metro were made. There had been an arms factory located above, and after the nukes fell, many of the
Khan
workers
is your
settled
guardian
here.
angel.
I was looking for Andrew the Smith, but he found me first.
Looks that way, yeah. Ooh. Oh, nasty. Do you hear elevator music? I hear elevator music.
I don't know if that was rhetorical or not, but I don't hear the elevator music.
I'm so glad we're doing this now. I love having the mods on the program. Alright.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, to make it more lively.
None of these doors work.
Halt! Who goes there? Stand still!
Hey, loosen up. It's a human. Kill the light already.
Well, you look human. That's all that counts. Come in, this is a free station.
Great! Don't mind if I do. Although I can't use my light. Why can't I use my light?
Careful, kid. Our free station is under the watchful eye of the Reds. Paranoia is the new game in town, so keep yourself below the radar. You understand?
Oh. The Reds. So we got some commies here.
Just some friendly advice.
No, I appreciate it. No, thank you.
Okay, so I don't know what red means. I'm a little uneducated. Like, I know what it means in the real world, but could you, like, explain?
Attention! Attention! Document inspection
Yeah,
is
one
currently
sec.
being carried out at the armory. Please stay at your registered residences and assist the law enforcement personnel in their work. Be vigilant, comrades. The enemy never sleeps.
Red is just a nickname for communists. So, sounds like the Nazis and the communists are factions in this post-apocalyptic world. I'm still learning the lore like everyone else as I play. But from what I've seen so far, those factions exist in this world. And looks like this particular settlement is under the watchful eye of the communists. Which is why that man said that it's being watched by the Reds.
Oh, okay. You know, that makes sense. Like, you know, I wasn't sure if the same rules applied if the Reds were just like a street gang.
No, I don't know. Well, can I go in there yet? Nope, I can't go in there. Looks like this is a settlement of some sort. And I can't use my torch.
Go to hell!
Oh, he doesn't want to talk with me? Okay.
Get lost!
He doesn't want to talk with me either. Okay.
Face to the wall. This is an inspection.
Hey, come on, quit harassing me. I don't swing that way.
Got the bullshit. Prepare for inspection.
I'm always prepared for this. Doctor, could you check my prostate while you're at it? I'm pissing kind of funny. It's glowing. Must be the radiation, huh?
You freak.
Hell. So, you kick the part that attracts you the most? Pretty weak, though. What, they don't fit you enough?
Hi, he's a fucking comedian, huh? Don't see many of those guys.
Try this on for size, you punk.
Oh, okay, that one was better. But I still think my grandmother could take you.
Let's bring him in. We'll see how his jokes sound at Lubyanka.
All right. So it looks like the Reds, the communists, have some sort of KGB like Gestapo.
What are you looking at?
Oh, sorry. Gestapo like squad that comes to the town and harasses people. That's the impression I'm getting. So as long as we lay, yeah, look at that, the hammer and sickle. As long as we lay low, hopefully the communists won't kidnap us.
Watch out, the guards on your back.
I don't know. That guy was pretty funny in the face of getting kicked in. You know.
And who are you? The comedian's boyfriend! Put your hands out! You're under arrest.
Whoops, did I do something bad?
Right, all right. Lay off. Here, I'll come quietly.
Oh!
Run!
Oh crap! What have I gotten myself into?
Go! Let's get them!
Come on, follow me!
Oh no! Well, I failed that. Okay. Looks like I just got to run.
Watch out, the guards on your back.
Oh, and I'm back here. Okay.
Well, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing that you had to, you know, take a bit of a, you know, backseat.
And who are you? The comedian's boyfriend! Put your hands out! You're under arrest.
Oh no!
All right. Lay off. Here, I'll come quietly. Run!
Shoot! I'm gonna kill him! Go! Let's get them!
Come on, follow me!
Hold shift to run faster. I will follow you. I'm running as fast as I can. This guy's a brawler. Look at him just punching people to get through. I'm running fast. I'm holding shift and I'm not running fast. Hold on. Fast. Can't get caught. I'm running to the left. Okay, to the left. Up, the other left. Done. right, let's try this again. Load last checkpoint. Here we go. All right. So this time I got to run and then go to the left.
The guards are nearby.
Shh. Hush. And who are you? The comedian's boyfriend? Put your hands out. You're under arrest.
All right. Lay off. I'll come quietly. Oh!
I'm gonna kill him.
Go!
Oh!
Let's get them.
Come on, follow me!
Running up. Oh! Running. He's punching while he's running. I can't punch while I run. My hands are bound. Oh, yeah, close that gate. He's going to duck. I'm not going to duck. I'm just going to run as fast as I can. Oh, and I got hit. All right, go. In front of me. Now. Running fast. Right behind this guy. Oh, dodging to the left.
After
I went to the left. What am I supposed to do? All right, hold on. Let's try this again. I know I just missed something very obvious that everybody watching clearly saw. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'll get there. Just give me time.
Hush.
That's the way it is with me in games like this.
The comedian's boyfriend.
I eventually
Put
get
your
there. It
hands
just
out.
takes me a while.
You're under arrest.
Do you know if you have to go into that room with the guy?
all right. Lay off.
I tried exploring everywhere else. Yeah, I think I do have to go into this room with the guy.
Well, I mean, you're probably right if the game's like linear.
Come on, follow me!
If I die again, I'll explore more, but I believe I do have to get into this room. Alright. I run out of breath. I get tired and then it stops me running. I'm going as fast as I can.
After
Oh, this left! Did he kill my friend? No.
Stop your plan!
If there's still a god left in our world, that day he was with me. I had been rescued by Han's friend, Andrew the blacksmith. He would prove to be my ticket out of the communist station.
But the only way goes through a goddamn battlefield. The front line between the Reich and the Reds. You'll need a disguise. Take these overalls, put them over your clothes. The Reds are rounding up the volunteers to storm the Nazi fortifications. They're about to send a train full of new recruits straight into the fire. But you will be riding the train unannounced. Your seat won't be first class, but you don't have to pay the fare with your own blood either. Once the troop train has passed the roadblocks, you're on your own.
So I get to kill Nazis and commies in this game? I love it!
Sounds great to me too, Ox.
Why can't I read my note? Oh, I didn't collect it. Oh man, I missed it! I hate missing notes. Alright. So he pulled me into some sort of underground area, I guess. That's right beneath the communists. And they don't know I'm here. Hey, a little service. Nope.
Get lost!
Oh! I'm disguised. I see. I'm in the same spot, I'm just disguised. So I came out this door. Somehow I got here? Oh, that's right. I fell down there. And then he pulled me in here, put me in overalls. Oh. Oh, look at that!
A suggestion from the people, they want you to get a silencer.
That's a good tip. All right. While I'm here, I'll get a silencer. Good call. I hope I have enough money. I wonder why overalls disguises me as a communist. Seems like a strange uniform.
This is another thing from, and I've seen this appear a lot on Twitch. The people are telling you to, slow down a bit. The guys say this game tells a lot through the background dialogue. They say you're looting a bit too much and not listening.
Okay.
Oh, and apparently when the screen flashes, it's good karma, which means you've taken in the world. It'll give you a better ending.
Oh. Well, that's good to hear.
Your own people can sort out the suspects.
Oh, looks like I missed that one.
Authorized personnel only.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's also going to tell you what's going on. It's not like Fallout. It's not going to punch you in the face with what's going on.
Here we go.
Visit the shops. Hone your arsenal while you still can. But don't waste time. The train is on schedule and it's not waiting for you.
All right, I'm going to get a silencer like everybody says. Let's customize. Ooh, what's Helsing? A silent revolving air gun.
For you. Just buy and shoot.
Overpressurizing its tank increases power, but the extra pressure vents before. T-Car, a makeshift air
Nice
gun.
gun. You won't regret buying your purchase.
Revolver.
Take it. Just one of those left.
No.
There's a warning from the fans, but they're wondering if you want the spoiler.
No spoilers for right now. I'll just, I'm happy to make mistakes. No spoilers. Increases accuracy. Silencer or extended barrel. Let's get the silencer. I've already got that. Ooh, IR sight. 2x sight. This pre-war optical sight facilitates weapon aiming at medium range, but limits the field of view, making it hard to use in confined tunnels. Night vision. Oh, do I want night vision or do I want 2x sight? I want night vision. Great. I'm really enjoying this shotgun. Let's see what I can do to amp it up a little bit. Okay, so what are my options? A silencer for the shotgun. I only want one gun silenced. Extended barrels makes the shot spread tighter. Increases the duplet's firepower twofold, enabling it to fire 2 to 4 shells at once. This is going to make me go through ammunition much more quickly.
Forewarning, it's not a spoiler, it's just saying that the guys are saying this next section is going to be very, very unforgiving.
Oh, great. Well, I think I'll keep what I've got on that. Laser sight. So I've got that. Let's add that. Okay. Now, let's customize this bad boy right here. Projectile speed is also decreased, leading to more damage fall off. Laser sight? Alright, that's easy. I'll take that. Sure, why No, I don't need a... I'm not going to turn this into a sniper rifle, so I'll just do the reflex sight there. What sights? Can I put a sight on this thing? No, I can't put a sight on it. I've got the laser sight. Okay, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with that. So I've got my silencer. I'm happy with that. Let's see what's over here.
Medkits, filters, knives.
I still haven't gotten the hang of all
when
this.
Traveling in dangerous areas, no?
I'm fully stocked on
everything. Take.
So I'm fully stocked there.
Look, try and buy.
Okay. I think I'm ready. Let's do the next chapter.
I think the fans want a bit of a Q&A. Sorry, don't shoot the
Oh,
messenger.
okay, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I'm sorry, I haven't been taking breaks for Q&A. So let me take a quick break. You guys can ask a question, and then we'll move on to the next section. I will have to end the broadcast here soon. I still have to finish my video for tomorrow. So quick Q&A, 3 or 4 questions, then let's play for another 10-15 minutes, and then I'm going to have to end the broadcast.
Okay, that works for us. Okay. I'm not getting any questions. That's strange. Okay, so I'm scrolling back up here to see some of the older questions.
It's reserved.
Here we go. Hillbilly Gamer 50 is wondering what's your idea about a mod that reintroduces the dead spouse and keeps them alive.
Not a fan. I mean, it's a very important part of the story, the dead spouse. And we get that part of the story so early on. It kind of gives us... Sorry, I'm getting a text.
Okay, Mr. Moose is asking if you ever use game controllers on the PC, and he's wondering what's the best way to play the Fallout franchise.
I got a text from a family member who's watching the broadcast. He says that it looks like a revolving cylinder shotgun was for sale there. All right, I'll check out the revolving cylinder. He texted me. I'll check out the revolving cylinder shotgun.
Discounts. Best guns from the Fortnite.
I'm sorry. Please repeat your question.
Yeah, no, it's fine. The guy, someone's asking.
Nice gun.
Mr. Moose One was asking, what do you think's the best way to play the Fallout franchise? Like using the game controller or the keyboard or what?
Keyboard, definitely.
For you. Just
right.
buy and
it is
shoot.
a revolving shotgun. Interesting. Trade your duplet for a shambler? I don't know. So to fully answer the question, sorry, I got distracted while I was playing the game. I prefer the keyboard. The controller, I'm not a big console gamer, and the controller, I think, restricts your ability to play the game. It's harder for me to do what I want to do with the controller, to manipulate around it. So the keyboard gives me many more options. It gives me the ability to do much more. And my family member who texted me is right. There is a revolving shotgun here, which is kind of what I was talking about earlier. But then will I lose all of the mods that I got for this guy? I think I will.
Okay, question from Crimson Elite. Do you think you'll be able to make a lore series on Metro, or are you going to stick to, Fallout 4?
Well, I'm really enjoying Metro. I'm not seeing a whole lot of opportunities to do a big lore series. I may, but right now I'm going to stick strictly to Fallout, and if I finish Metro and I get to the point where I really like it, then maybe I will. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy the Shambler.
That's a deal.
Okay, we got the perfect question here. What question have you always wanted to be asked, and what's your answer to said question?
Question? Like about life, the universe, and everything?
I'm gonna go with question in general. What's one question you've always wanted to be asked by one of your fans, and you feel you should give them the answer?
That's not it. What question have I always wanted to be asked by my fans so that I could give an answer? I don't know. I pretty much say what I want to say before people ask it. So it's hard for me to answer that question. I'll think about it. And get back to you. All right. Q&A is over. Let's go back to the game.
It's okay, guys. He's with us. Come on, jump into the hole up to him.
Okay.
Jump into the hole. Okay. Oh, I did find it. Good. So the only one I didn't collect here is the one in Ghosts. I was not wrong about Andrew. I just grossly underestimated him. He is not afraid of running. He just does things that take much more guts than that. Andrew helps others escape the Red Line, risking his own life every minute. He and his friends saved lots of refugees, using a network of abandoned passages and forgotten tunnels, which the Reds are still ignorant about. The refugees usually take this literal, and at the same time, figurative Underground Railroad to get from the Red Line to the Metro proper. But for me, Andrew is working in reverse. I need to get to the front lines of the never-ending war between the Red Line and the Reich.
I think that was a bit of a history reference to, Harriet Tubman with the Underground Railroad. That's literally the Underground Railroad.
Right. I'm taking the train, which is delivering a fresh load of cannon fodder to the meat grinder. The important part is to know when to jump off. Oh dear. Okay, well now I know what I'm getting myself into, and I'm not terribly thrilled. Okay, I jumped down the hole. Alright, I jumped down the hole, now what? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Artyom, do you see that luggage hole? Get into it.
There we go. There's a copy of the novel that this game is based on.
Think? Let's go, huh?
All right, here we go.
Hey, Andrew, is it really safe in there? I wouldn't like to see him fall down onto the rails.
Now that's no first-class carriage. But he's good as dead if he stays. He'll be going straight to the Bianca, and that's a one-way ticket.
So I've got to jump off at the right spot, but I don't know when that right spot is. I'm assuming I'll be notified.
Okay, pick it up.
It's okay. It's all up to you now.
Thank you, my friend.
Hello, Sergei Sergeyevich. I have an activity here. Very well, sir. Mission of the weapon, uniform immediately. Now, get on the train. Civilians are not permitted to board through planes without certain orders from the commissar. What the hell are attempting to falsify transistors or
I think this is very interesting, with the commies and the Nazis on, opposing sides.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they were on opposing sides during World War II
Take your places, everyone.
as well. But,
Well, Just a quick comment. They weren't really on opposing sides. They were on the same side, but then Hitler decided to try and invade Russia, which was, as everyone knows, a dumb decision because it was already tried and failed by Napoleon.
Okay, but during World War II, the Russians were allies. They were part of the Allies' powers, the Allied powers. So you're saying that they were friendly before the war started?
There was an alliance. They would stay out of the Russian territory, and they would give them some of the territory, but Hitler didn't like that idea, so he decided to invade them in the winter. As everyone knows,
How about you? Me?
Join the army, they said. Napoleon.
See the world, they
sorry, I'm
said.
just a big history
My
buff.
father was a Red Army soldier.
The enemy
His
of my
father as
enemy
well.
is my friend.
It's the family tradition.
So tell me, lad.
Yeah,
Is it also
he
your tradition
invaded,
to lose
so
arms and
he
legs
decided
on the
to start
battlefield?
working
They were
with
happy to make those
allies
sacrifices.
to get revenge on Hitler.
Drunks and fools are happy too.
There's a black capsule in my ammo pouch. What is that? An antibiotic?
No, it's cyanide, in case the enemy captures you.
What? But God forbid suicide. I'd go straight to hell.
Listen, altar boy. A Nazi prisoner is going to hell anyway. Trust me, the pill is faster.
I could never take my own life.
Then give me your pill. I'd rather swallow 2 than rot in one of their stalags.
Dark stuff.
Yeah.
Even the apocalypse didn't
That was
stop us
also a
from
thing
killing one
actually
another
done in
over
World War II by the
ideology.
spies if they got captured.
I was about to go through the front line between the Nazis and the communists. I've heard they once fought another war, and that the Nazis lost.
На бой красный, стой и правый, марш вперед!
Daggone bugs? Did I fall off? I fell off.
I think that was kind of like, you had to get off there in the game, didn't want to have to do any mechanic stuff.
Oh, I love this. That's so much better. Gosh, but it's a pea shooter. Doggone it. Well, I love the fact that it's silent, but golly, it seems like it's gotten weaker.
Yeah, that's sometimes a game mechanic.
Ooh. Night vision goggles, is that what that is? N for night vision. Oh. That means I can turn off my flashlight. Oh, that's great. A silenced revolver.
Your fans are pointing out that your box kind of blocks the text thing.
My box?
In the loading screen, there's the text there, and your face camera blocks the loading screen.
Oh. Thanks for letting me know. I'll have to take care of it. I wish crouch was a toggle. instead of, see, I press it and it goes on and off. I wish I would toggle it off and go. Good call on that silencer, guys. It's making my life a lot easier. So I went the wrong way. And I can't jump up there? No? And is it just me, or is this night vision just really bright? It's making it harder to see. This night vision scope is much better. Someone shooting at me? I love the sound this thing makes. Who are they shooting at? Are they shooting at the Germans? This is why I should have bought a silencer for my other weapons, huh? Okay, before I go that way, I want to explore over here. Oh! Yes! Okay, but I can't. How am I supposed to attack this guy? nothing to attack. That was cool, though.
Since you won't be taking any more Q&A, there's a tip on YouTube for $2 telling you that headshots are best with the silenced weapons.
Thank you. Ah, and this is my reward. But they keep giving me these stupid pump action weapons. I don't like the pump action weapons. I prefer my sniper revolver. But I just am not finding any ammunition for that. Okay, well, then let's go back down. Ah, there we go. And I can't go that way? Alright, so we're going down here. Well, that's what I get. And they bring me back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to call it here. Thanks for joining me for Scotch and Smoke Rings episode 216. We're going to end 416. We're going to end the broadcast here. We'll pick up here next week, same time next week for episode 417 of this fine program. Thank you, everybody, for your advice while playing the game and for all of your questions during the broadcast. And thank you to all of the mods who helped me answer those questions during this broadcast. I'll be sure to get the replay of this video up on YouTube in record time so that you guys can watch the replay. And wish me luck while I sit down and try and knock out my video for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is going to be on a great Fallout 4 topic, so I hope you guys will enjoy that. But until next time, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming, and be sure that each and every one of you stays classy.